And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Here's Young. Some solid defense from Butler.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
Feeds it to Pippen. And it's blocked by Chamberlain. And they get it back. And that is good. Rodman's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Chicago making some changes. Grant comes in for Dennis Rodman. And it's Jordan in for Pippen. And the Lakers also making a switch. Worthy's checked in. Jordan the pass to Rose. Butler with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jordan. True on the 14-footer. Jordan's got 12 points in the game. Los Angeles has gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Rose with the ball. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Now it's a 4-point Chicago lead. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
That's right, Clark. And the other thing we've seen is great work on the offensive glass. We're seeing second chance points for this club.
Well, you know, for the last couple of seasons, we've seen the Lakers really struggle with injuries to their star players. It shed a less than flattering light on the team's bench depth. It's forced guys to step into roles that perhaps they aren't quite ready to handle.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Shaq's checked in for Chamberlain. Jones comes in for Young. And West subs in for Johnson. Chicago leading by 3. Jordan kicks to Butler. This all setting the pick for Rose. Shoots off the screen. No luck. And it's the Lakers the other way. And some feel the Lakers, Steve, failed to really address their bench depth, whether in the draft or free agents.
Well, you know, generally they've had success with broad strokes. I mean, acquiring star players over the years. But with the new salary restrictions, it takes away a lot of the advantage that the Lakers have had over the years. So this may be a new era for this franchise in terms of team building.
It's blocked by Shaq. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Chicago. Kukoc comes in for Butler.
Joakim Noah.
Kukoc is screen on West. The drive by Jordan. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Jordan's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
West dishes to Bryant. Back to West. Kicks it out to Jones. The shot's good on the assist by West. West has got his 3rd assist on the night.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Kukoc against Jones. Kukoc pass to Rose. O'Neal with the rebound. Shaq's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Jones with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. They now take the lead. Jones has got 5 points so far. Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Rose against West. Rose kicks it to Noah. Back to Rose. Clock at 4. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. He's got 10.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
West dishes to Bryant. He kicks it to O'Neal. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Baylor, he's checked in for Bryant. And Chicago shooting and feeling it offensively in the second quarter. They're shooting 60%. outside, Kukoc. Here's Noah. Rebound the Lakers. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds in this game. Baylor against Jordan. The shot by Baylor, no good. The Bulls shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Kukoc kicks to Jordan. Outside Rose. From beyond the arc. That is good. Rose has got 13 points.
That's how you have to attack the double team. Find the open man, get the ball out of your hands.
Offside Jones. Fires for 3.
Well, along with Coach Tom.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Kobe having just a fantastic game. 19 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Yeah, a lot of times he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
Rose is out there with Jordan. Then there's Pippen. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Rodman in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Pippen kicks to Rose. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. And that's 15 points for Rose.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible. Well, what was supposed to be the triumphant return for Derrick Rose a year ago quickly turned into another nightmare season. Finally returning from that torn ACL in the 2012 playoffs, he managed only 10 games before tearing the meniscus in his other knee. Just devastating. We obviously hope that Rose can come back and put in a full season.
They get it again. Rodman. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
West gets the bucket.
Boy, you take a look at Rose, who was extremely patient and trying to get back to being on the court, and then he fell victim to another devastating knee injury. A terrific blow for him personally and certainly for the team and the city. But fortunately, the surgery did manage to keep all of his meniscus, which provides a better prognosis as we move forward.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Steve, now for Derrick Rose. How will his game adapt to having surgery now on both knees?
Well, he might not be quite as explosive, and maybe that's a good thing if his breakneck style was too much for his joints. But, you know, the mental side of it, that's what I look at. I mean, after missing basically 2 whole seasons, how is he going to bounce back?
And the Lakers making a change here. Chamberlain's checked in for Shaq. Ori comes in for James Worthy. Young's checked in for Jones. And it's Johnson in for West.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Yeah, they're getting outclassed in the paint at both ends, really.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Take a look at what Baylor's been doing. He's got 8 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
Which can't be undervalued, Clark. So many times a game can come down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Now, a lot of people thought, Steve, that Chicago had a chance last year to do much when Derrick Rose went down, but they stuck with it and ended up in the playoffs nonetheless.
And they didn't just make the playoffs. They had home court advantage in the first round as well.
Looking for Chamberlain. He gets it there. Puts up the baby hook. And he can't bank that one in. Chicago's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Unfortunately for the Bulls, home court advantage really didn't do much for them as they dropped their first 2 games at home and were bounced in the first round. Another example of why home court advantage is desired. but it doesn't necessarily guarantee anything in the playoffs. Matchups drive results.
Kobe's checked in for the Lakers. West comes in for Johnson. Chicago leading. Gasol kicks to Rose. Back to Gasol. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 10 points for Pau Gasol.
Well, the Bulls ran into a solid Wizards team and lost in the first round of the playoffs. It looked to me like they might have been worn down. And I think a healthy Bulls team with a little more depth is definitely a threat. To go deeper this season. He doesn't need to fade away on that move. He can go straight up, make it an easier shot.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Strange to think that for so many years the Lakers would just devour and dominate teams from the East. But last year, the East got some payback.
Rose with the ball. West picks him up. It's stolen by West. And Young, here we go. Jordan trying to free himself up. Shot's good from Young. Young's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles. Thinking again about the Lakers, the East did get payback against them last year. Only 12 wins, Steve, for LA.
That was tied with Utah, Kevin, for the fewest wins against the East last year for a Western Conference club. So, how you do against the East is usually a pretty good barometer of where you'll end up in the Western standings.
Bryant, and again it's the Lakers.
They're earning their points with the jump shot now.
Yeah, that's 6 of their last 10 points coming in that in-between range.
Offside Gasol. Rose passes to Jordan. Goes up with a strike. Misses off the left iron.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Young outside for the lead. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Rose dishes to Pippen. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Pippen's got 9.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
Yeah, in fact, that's the shot they've used from that range, Clark, to get 8 of their last 10 points.
Looking at the game Pippen has been having, he has 9 points and 3 dimes.
The Bulls have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
Well, last season the Lakers found themselves in a position they are not quite accustomed to. Last in the Western Conference, a nightmare season for the storied franchise.
And the Bulls making a change here. Butler's checked in. Magic Johnson, he checked in for Los Angeles. Johnson left side. Knocked loose. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Well, guys, as we know, there were some low points for the Lakers along the way, losing to the Clippers by about 50 points, which turned out to be the biggest loss in the history of the franchise.
And Kobe looked visibly distraught after that loss. I mean, it still had a backhanded compliment to say about it when he said, well, now I know what it feels like to be a Clipper fan all these years. Gotta love Kobe, always with a way with words.
Butler kicks to Jordan. Soft touch off the glass. Jordan's got 18 points.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until they prove they can stop them, they ought to continue to pound it in low.
And here's Young from the arc. Oh, trying for it and out of bounds. As the Bulls gain possession, Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. And the Lakers also making a change. James Worthy's checked in for Ori. The drive by Jordan. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
They have no choice.